electrifying offense. I just wasn't seeing it. So I guess I'd have to say that the Broncos, I don't see them not taking this division.
Yeah, I definitely see the Broncos taking this division. My only downside with the Broncos is, like you said, with the Texans, just age. Seems like he has a lot of older players on the team, and I'm pretty sure Chef is going to attack that through the draft, off-season moves.
Hey, watch out for Stephen
making
Fox,
offensive
though.
linemen.
Stephen Fox is a baller, man. I haven't got to use him much, but he's a baller.
Yeah, his linebacker is definitely somebody to be feared, but it's 11 on 11.
88
not
speed,
one-on-one,
man.
so
He's fast.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely
for now.
look forward to seeing Chiefs beating up on a division rival in the Jacks in such a big fashion. Definitely has my eye, and I hope that's a consistent play from him, because
It's
it'd be great
definitely-
to have another top
exactly.
user.
It would be awesome.
It'd be a good hint at
It'd
things
be
to
awesome
come for
have
that
another
division.
user in here.
I just looked it up right now. I guess Derek Hart got hurt sometime during the season. He has a dislocated hip.
Okay, that
3
probably
weeks right now,
explains
so
it.
maybe. So that probably. I know they have Connor Cook at the helm right now, so maybe he's not getting the balls out there like Carr
Oh,
would.
Derek.
And I'm also looking at it. Says Gabe Jackson, Kalichi Osamele, his offensive line is broken. Those are
Okay,
two.
so he has
Those are
a
two
couple of
very,
big
very,
injuries
very-
in.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is hurt. I don't know if he's still hurt anymore. I'm looking on Daddy Leagues and it doesn't update the injuries. I'm just looking at the injuries this season.
Yeah.
But that explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
That's
Well-
that's a lot. That's a lot of high quality players being down.
So if we go back and look, that Steelers Browns, we'll say like those two teams right there. So 2, we'd have 4 more potentially. Knock one of those out, you could add Texans in, and then we have Patriots,
Yeah. I'd say
Broncos.
Texans over the Browns or
So-
the Steelers.
Patriots, Broncos, Jaguars, Browns or Steelers.
Tenders. Yeah, that seems is about how the AFC's been going for the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the NFC. Now, this division,
NFC North.
yeah, the NFC North. Now, this may be arguably the hardest division in the NFC right now. You have Lip. I mean, other than this tie, yeah, I mean, he's been killing it. The Vikings, excellent user in Incubus. Miguel's no joke. Jamie, he's holding it down right now too. So
Jimmy's the guy that's one game he looks like the best player in the league, and the next game
Another game he looks
we're
like-
wondering if he knows how to play Madden. Jamie just needs
I
to
think it's
figure
been
out.
confirmed that the Packers user, he plays his Madden games with the Xbox controller upside down, so that may have something to do with his games.
okay.
It's been confirmed. I've seen it.
But yeah, this division is definitely one of our most consistent, as in longtime users, veteran users. One of our more consistent divisions.
Incubus.
Um,
Yeah.
Right.
The
And
guy-
for new users and people that haven't been around long, Vikings is definitely a strong opponent. One of our top users in
tier.
the league, and his offense revamped with those 2 speedsters at wide receiver is
Oh,
pretty
God.
scary in his hands. So I'm
guys think Vikings
excited
is
to
a-
see how that offense.
Vikings is the favorite to win
But I
the
love-
division, I think.
I
I think
don't
he's the
know.
favorite to reach
I'm
the
thinking
Super
Lip.
Bowl out of that side.
I'm gonna go with Lip here. I think Lip, if he keeps his head, straight on where it is right now, I think he'll be fine.
Well,
Lip's having some good play from players on his team. I just looking at some of the stats. It looks like Darius Slay has 7 interceptions right now.
okay,
Damn.
so
Guys, a
big
lockdown
play
corner.
Slay's back. All right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, 7
well,
interceptions,
Lip beat the
40
Vikings.
tackles.
Well,
So
I mean,
Lip
this
has
is what
Lip
alarms me.
has head over the Vikings.
And a tie, head-to-head in a tie.
So yeah, so he won. He had a tie. He did lose to Miguel. But other than that, he beat Jamie. He played Jamie again, but then he has a little tougher schedule, and then it kind of eases up a little bit. So I can see Lip losing 2 more games tops,
All right.
ending
Well,
whatever he is now.
let's look at it this way. If you're a Lions fan, would you want the good news or the bad news first? Because I got a little of both for him.
Bad.
Bad?
Give
All
him
right,
always
well,
bad.
we'll give you the bad first. All right, well, they're 19th in the league in points allowed on defense, 25 points a game. They're 30th in yards allowed in a game, 382. They're 31st in yards allowed passing a game, 257. And they're 24th in the league with rush defense, 124 yards per game. So they're pretty close to bottom of the barrel on defensive statistics. But offensively, they're 4th in the league for scoring. They're averaging 34 points a game, 356 yards offense a game, 222 passing yards a game, and they're 5th in rushing, 134. So
They're top 5 and everything.
yeah, they're elite on offense, but on defense, it's questionable. My only thing for Lip, and I mean, I don't know, he hasn't done it this season. We know from past experiences, like a lot of us, when you start expanding the offense and you're throwing a little bit, especially this year on M18, there's a lot more interceptions that pop up. And with your defense playing that poorly, you have McDoobie hurt. Is Stafford going to have to put the team on his back in too many situations, and is that going to cost this team down the stretch? That's my biggest concern.
I'm looking at Detroit's schedule right now, his remaining opponents, and in my eyes, I can see Lip closing out the season only gaining 1 more loss. He does play Packers after the bye.
Okay.
After that, he plays Rams, which is going to be the toughest game on his schedule.
Yeah.
This end of the season is the Rams. But past that, it seems like Lip is going to be able to bring it home. If he keeps playing the way he's playing, he has the Jets, which is CPU, and then it's followed by the Bears,
Okay.
and it's followed by the Eagles, which is another CPU. After that, he has the Bills. After Bills, Week 16, he has Iceman Tron Seahawks, and final game of the season, he has Trey. So he can definitely close off this game. He can definitely close off the season undefeated, or taking 1 loss, in my opinion.
3 games that you just mentioned scare me for him. I think that Jamie, I know we're up and down on Jamie, but I think that Jamie can play offense well enough that he can get the jump on the Lions and put them in uncomfortable situations offensively. Miguel, we watched him last season almost make an improbable playoff run, sitting almost in a similar situation. And Lunch Tray, I think if Lunch Tray can blow the top off that defense with the numbers that they have right now and leading up into Week 8, that's another instance that I don't know if his offense, the scheme that he has going right now, I don't think if it would be able to keep up in those instances. So those 3 games that you had just mentioned, those are the reasons why I think those might be trap games, if you will.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. Jamie's up and down. I agree, but Jamie always seems to struggle against Lip. Where he's been for a long time.
Okay, he's got his number.
Yeah, Miguel on the other hand, Miguel seems to figured Lip out the past couple seasons. He has Lip's only loss, I think. So I'd say Miguel and maybe the Rams will be his 2 losses.
The Rams too, yeah, you did
That's
say
where
that.
my logic was
Yeah.
coming from.
I can see the Rams coming in there too. So there's 4 games. That's tough right there. Down the stretch, you got 8 games. 4 of them are almost playoff style games. So, but let's talk about the Vikings and the Bears and the Packers. Let's broaden the discussion a little bit here. So we, as Carlos had stated, the Vikings may be the favorite to come out of the NFC and represent in the Super Bowl. But given that we also
Yeah,
just said that Detroit has a little bit of the upper hand on them, and they're going to be the wild, that's going to be a long run. If Detroit wins the division, the Vikings, that's going to be a long run for the NFC, despite them being a favorite on the road.
I think I got Vikings winning Vikings probably gonna win the division. I'll look at the schedule in a second. I think he's a favorite with that roster that he has. He has veteran players: Harrison Smith, Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked at his schedule, and his schedule is pretty much like Lips, to where he has Rams as a big game, and other than that, with his history and his skill, he should be able to handle the rest of his schedule with ease.
Yeah, like I said, looking at that roster, he added a bunch. He added those two big weapons now. Those two rookie receivers with the superstar dev, or with the one with the 97 speed,
Yeah.
Callister, and Leftwich.
Rajon McAllister from USC.
Yeah, he has a lot of firepower in offense. Last year he had rookie Delvin Cook looking nice, looking like AP out there.
If he gets one or two pieces on the O-line, that's...
Yeah, that roster's nice. I think he's a favorite to win. He's always been he has a good core. He's been a good user.
Yeah.
Like being in a division with him in the past, I know how he plays. He's good at doing everything. He's good at offense. He's good at defense. He's my favorite to win the NFC.
Okay. He definitely is an elite passer if he can get the rhythm going. Now, are the Bears destined to be that team that kind of stumbles out of the gate, puts it on at the end, and then just kind of sits at the finish line like, damn it, I'm just a little late. The party's over.
He's the Rams, 8-8 from when under Jeff Fisher. That's what you expect from Miguel. He's gonna win games.
Did you just call Miguel Jeff Fisher?
8-8. Yeah, he's 8-8.
Hold the fuck up.
Oh man.
That's what he almost made the playoffs last year. What was he, 8-8? No, 9-7, I think. 9-7. I'm sorry, Miguel. You got one more win than I thought you could.
Catch me outside. How about that?
The thing with Chicago, that just worries me is that there's no electric play on offense. Defense is, he comes in and plays defense, but he doesn't really have any big name stars. Now he has
Jordan Howard.
Dante Fowler Jr. this year is holding it down sack-wise for his defense, but offensively, he doesn't do anything incredible, and he doesn't do anything. His team, when he wins, he gets it done. He gets it done the right way, but you don't see anything where you have to scout this team. And I know he's voiced his opinion on his wide receiver core that he is frustrated. Cameron Meredith is hurt. I'm not sure how long he's out for. He's out for 4 more weeks. Best receiver on the receiving core. Other than that, he completely hates his receiving core. He can't stand his receiving core, and he voices it on a weekly basis.
Well, I know that Jordan Howard really turned it on late last season, and what I'm seeing is he's almost averaging at least 100 yards a game, I think. 752 yards this season already, 7 touchdowns, 6.5 yards average. Rushing. Yeah, Jordan Howard, do not overlook Jordan Howard. He's been doing work.
I think Howard he's his team right there. That's what he's been relying on this season.
Yeah, I know. To address some of those issues, he went out and got
spoiled on running backs.
Yeah.
Miguel tried to address some of his receiver issues. He got John Ross. He went out and got John Ross in the trade. So maybe John Ross's speed. He's gonna try to create some plays.
Hey, it should take a safety out of the box. Let Jordan Howard attack that front.
Yeah.
Right.
So what about James?
Well, the only question his user's gotten a lot better too.
Mm-hmm.